Hey guys, Mix here, and in today's video, as you guys can tell from the title and thumbnail, we're going to go pick up a brand new dirt bike. Well, brand new to me. This is a first of its kind for me. I'll just say it's my first Kawasaki, so I'm pretty excited to get it, and this thing is a bargain. Like I always say, one project at a time, and our pit bike is our main priority, but I have to hop on this deal and get this thing because it is definitely a cool bike. And I cannot wait to get it. It does look like it is about to pour on us right now. So I am gonna have to go ahead and hurry up and get there so we're not meeting the guy in pouring rain. But sorry for not uploading for the past week. I've been running into issues with the pit bike and the NASCAR, which I will show you guys right now because I know a lot of you guys want to see both of those, and our main build series is the pit bike. So before we go, I'll give you guys a quick update with both of them. So as you guys know, the chain on this thing skips so bad, and that is because the sprocket is shot. There is barely any teeth on there, and I really cannot ride this thing at all because it just skips so bad. And I have a new sprocket for waiting to be put on, but the bolts on this sprocket are so intensely tight. It's like the Hulk put them on. I've tried everything to get this off. I even bought an impact just for that, and it still will not even budge. So I am kind of running into the issue with that, and it's holding me up a lot. Just that little sprocket is just really holding me up, but I'm still gonna keep trying to get that thing off. And also a quick update with the NASCAR. So I'm doing the brakes on this thing, and one of the bleeders are kind of stripped. And when I say kind of stripped, I mean this thing is absolutely destroyed. And it's my fault because right when I first got this thing, I used needle nose vice grips instead of proper wrench to crack the bleeders, and it's my fault. So if you guys could learn from that, from me, always use the right wrench, don't use the vice grips, because I definitely learned a good lesson from that. It's a big headache right now. But at least we have something really awesome coming to the channel, a brand new bike, and it does look pretty complete, so we should be able to fix this thing real quick and get ripping on it. But anyway guys, let's go head over and pick up this new bike before it starts pouring down on us. Alrighty guys, so we were back here the next day with the brand new dirt bike, well, brand used. And I got this thing up at the stand because it looks like that the kickstand snapped off, but this was a very like subtle buy. I saw this thing and I instantly hopped on the deal. That's why I didn't really get to explain much about it, but this is a 2006 Kawasaki KOX 125, and this thing has been sitting for 4 years under a tarp in a backyard, and I mean, she's pretty rough. She's definitely gonna need a lot to get her back up and going, but it's all complete, everything is there, and for 200 bucks, I mean, a 2006 Kawasaki really is a pretty good deal. And I know one project at a time, but as you guys know, I haven't uploaded in like a week, which I'm sorry about, but I ran into issues with the pit bike, which I'm still working with, and I also ran into issues with the NASCAR, which I'm also working with right now. But in the meantime, we could probably get this thing running, everything like that. But the pit bike, with the whole street legal supermoto conversion, is our main priority, and videos will be coming back with that very soon. I'm super happy that I got this. It's my first Kawasaki. I mean, I have the Suzuki, and I mean, they're pretty similar, but this is a legit Kawasaki. I'm gonna guess it's a 4-speed. Oh wait, yeah, let's see. Oh dang, a 5-speed. That's pretty good with the clutch, so that's nice. The engine does turn over, but the compression is maybe just a little bit low. Okay, maybe it's not. Okay, maybe it's not low. I was just kicking it over before a little with my hand, and alright, so it's got pretty good compression. I'm gonna guess that it probably just needs a carb clean, maybe an oil change, and maybe a spark plug change, but it was left on reserve, and this whole petcock is like frozen. If there is fuel in the gas tank, which I'm gonna check right now, seems pretty empty actually. Looks like that there is like some sand and stuff down there, so probably have to flush that out a little bit. But I mean, I don't think it'll be too hard to get it going. But just by looking at it now, it looks like it just needs a front brake lever, which I might actually have, and it actually feels like it does have some pressure, so that's pretty good. And the front tire needs to be aired up. Hopefully it holds air, because I absolutely hate dealing with tires. And the tread on the front one isn't too bad. I mean, the back one's a little low, but at least this one holds air. But I am super excited to get working on this thing because I've always wanted a pit bike like this. Like, it's like a dirt bike size, but it's also a pit bike. Like, it's right in the middle. So these are really fun to romp around. They're super light and should be really fun to mess around with. So, and once this thing's back up, I'll have 3 pit bikes, and then maybe we could do some awesome videos with friends, and we could all just haul on the trails on pit bikes. It'll be awesome. But what I would like to see right now is to see if this front tire will hold air. If it does, that'll be awesome. He said that it did hold air when it was parked, but I mean, who knows? It could have got dry rotted and everything like that from sitting. All right, we'll just see what happens. Oh yeah. Heck yeah. All right, so it is holding air. It's at like 24 PSI right now, which is perfect. I don't hear anything leaking out, so that is awesome. So this thing is nice and filled. I didn't want to overfill it, but I mean, it's pretty good right there. The back one's fine how it is, but I definitely think that this will clean up. I mean, the plastics might clean up with the torch or something. I definitely want to try and clean it up right now. See if we can get all this dirt off and everything. There's a bunch of dirt under there. There's probably gonna be some critters jumping out. I'm sure after 4 years, somebody made this bike their home. But let's start cleaning up this bike, see how we can get it to look. You know, I'm not gonna start painting stuff and everything like in this video, because obviously I want to see if it runs, but I want to wash it all down before we start taking off parts, just so we don't get any dirt or anything into the engine, which could, you know, make something break. But anyway, guys, let's push this thing over by the hose and get started. Alrighty, so I just got done spraying this thing down, and a lot of dirt and everything fell out of it. And this thing is honestly looking so much better. It definitely cleaned up very nice just by spraying it down. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, what I was really surprised about is how well all the dirt back here came off, because that dirt at least has to be 4 years old, and it came pretty much right off. The rims cleaned up super nice. So this thing will definitely clean up really, really nicely. All these dots on this fender, I'm not sure if it's gonna come off. What I am gonna try and do is try and just put a torch to it lightly. Obviously, you don't want to put it to it really hardly, or else, you know, your fender's gonna melt. But putting torches to faded out plastics really does clean it up a lot. I mean, these really aren't faded, they're just kind of dirty, but all the stuff isn't coming off, so I might as well put a torch to it, and we'll see what happens. Alrighty guys, let's see what happens. I mean, maybe a little bit, but not too much. Yeah, I mean, it's adding some color back to it, but it's not taking off all those spots. Try over here. Didn't really take off the spots at all, but I mean, it did add some green color to it, a little bit more. But we are probably just gonna have to get some new plastics, which I was probably gonna do anyway. These ones aren't in bad shape, but they're also not in great shape, and I want this thing to be looking minty fresh with that nice green. But now that all the dirt and everything is off this thing, and I can safely take off the carb, take out the spark plug, do anything I want without having to worry about a bunch of dirt falling off of places and just getting down into the bike, now I can start to try and get this thing running, which I will do in next video. I probably just bummed out a lot of you guys, but I need to get this video up for you guys today, and I just won't have enough time to take off the carb, clean it, put it back on, get it back running, and then edit the rest of that. So that'll probably be next video, unless I could get the part off of the pit bike or the NASCAR by the time of next video. But anyway guys, comment down below on how you guys like our new Kawasaki KOX 125. I love it. It's definitely a cool looking bike, and I think it'll definitely clean up very nicely. And like I said earlier, one project at a time. Our pit bike is our main priority. This is just a little side thing, and then once its time comes, maybe we could do a build series with this. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. More content will be coming soon. quicker than they have been, that's for sure. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, share, friends with the channel.